Hi, Taurus. Happy almost birthday. Thank you for being here. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you are new, welcome to this space. My name is Raaji, and this space I am titled Opal Oracle, which is actually really hard to say. Maybe that's why I don't say it all the time. It's a bit of a tongue twister. Anyway, Taurus, thank you for being here. It feels good, right? The change of season. Now I know there's a lot of things to be done, right? There's a lot of stuff to be done. Maybe it isn't quite as polished as you would like it to be, but I feel like this is a very enlightening time for you, especially in ways of how to work with the energy or your projects or other people more efficiently. Do you remember when Uranus went into Taurus and Capricorn and Taurus both had that guy with the chainsaw a couple years ago? Alright, let's open up these cards. Alright, this is you. Oh, that's pretty good. Well, there's you. King of Pentacles. Awesome. Oh, look at this. This is interesting. There's two cards with a bunch of dogs on them. Do you have a dog? Do you need a dog? What was your childhood dog? Childhood pet? But I feel like this is more dog oriented. Does your dad like dogs? I do always love that dog is the reverse of God. It's really beautiful. They do teach us an awful lot, right? Without saying very much at all. Literally, you know what I mean? Good girl, Zumi. Okay, so Taurus, where you're at, well, I see you smiling. I see you comfortable. I do feel like when you reflect in this time, please reflect as confidently and as positively as you can, right? If you get into, I feel like you're really positive right now. If for some reason I heard a little bit negative Nancy, or maybe it's a little bit of longing for the past, right? Like the past comes in. Well, bring yourself back in this present moment and be like, okay, where am I? Because where you are right now is I mean, it's good to, I heard admire and appreciate the past. Right, when you think about it, it's a joyful feeling, right? It's something that is, I heard, rejuvenating and inspiring, and, you know, maybe for you, because you're pretty sentimental, maybe that's a part of it, but I feel like, make sure I see the sentimentality of where you are and where you would like to be. Where you are and where you would like to be. Where are you and where would you like to be? Taurus. Hi, Lizard. I also feel like if you have the opportunity to do this, I feel like this would be a nice exercise. If you have a picture of yourself now, and then a picture of yourself, I don't know. It depends how old you are, but you know, I feel like there's 3 stages. It's like a little kid, kind of when you're, you know, 20s, 30s, and then 50s. If you're in your 20s, then be like teenager, toddler. There's something about comparing where you are and where you were. And I see being proud of yourself for that. Maybe this will bring you some sort of emotional peace too. I also feel like six to me is well balanced, which is nice. But to me, with the King of Pentacles, also represents work. So because all these people are sitting down, make sure that you are doing what you need to do. I mean, if you're retired, enjoy it. But if you ain't retired yet, I heard like, I saw somebody like pull up their boots and put their leg over a horse and get going. You know what I mean? Oh, do you remember that reading, Taurus? Get on the horse. Get on the horse, Taurus. Get on the huss. That's what my grandpa called it. Husses. All right. Work. Well, this is serious. This is like, you get an idea from, it is so inspiring, Taurus. Like, you may have an epiphany that is just mind blowing. Really, like, there could be something where you're like, whoa, what? Like, and I feel like because you end with the Ace of Swords is how you move out of this energy. I feel like it's enlightening in a peaceful way, right? Because Ace of Swords, we have to accept that, and you're the opposite. Your opposite is Scorpio, right? Sorry, I felt like I was talking fast. I'm excited for you, that's why. The opposite of you is Scorpio, and these two cards represent that you have to, to have a brand new epiphany or idea, it means you have to drop a judgment or a perspective that you have. Right? Change your mind to change your world. And I also saw something about your penmanship. Right? Penmanship says a lot about a person. Well, I heard if you feel like that's good, then be proud of it. If you feel like it's messy or you just catch yourself and you're like, whoa, that was really sloppy, slow down a little bit. This is where that Taurus, your Taurus sort of energy is. You're actually a lot more productive when you work slowly, right? You can be excitable because Aries is close to you. Gemini's on the other side of you. These are both kind of fast. But with certain things, especially you have a lot of magic when you do physical things. You know, put a plant in a pot, put a seed in the ground, you know, cut a piece of wood, write a letter. Like, there's a lot of magic in that, and this should be done intentionally. And remember, especially because Gemini's on the other side of you, one of your neighbors, your magic in writing is actually very strong. So maybe you want to write down also, I heard, what you're planning on doing or what you would like to improve, because you have to admit that, right, change your mind to change your world. You have to admit something. And I know you'd like it to be nice all the time, right? But the reality is, and air teaches you this, which is to me, your opposite, right? Air moves the tree. It's like, you have to change your mind. You have to, we have to change certain things. Maybe that's Uranus and Taurus too, for you specifically, is like, yes, there will be different actions that are taken, but it really has a lot to do with your mentality about it, right? Your perception of what the reality is. But because you're so sentimental and emotional, right, psychologically attached to Scorpio deep in the past, then remember this. I don't know if this is an actual fact, but I like the concept of it because I don't know how they would measure this. But some people say that the mind talks to the heart triply so than the heart does to the mind, right? Like electrical kind of energy is going there. So sometimes you got to tell yourself verbally or think about it and be like, okay, this is the idea, or this is what I want to change, or this is what I'm trying to attain, right? And then knowing what you need to do to attain that. But you may have to be, right, all fixed signs need a bit of repetition to sort of drill something in. Stubborn. I mean, me too. We all have it, you know, but sometimes you got to repeat things, right? Think about a child. That's how they learn, right? A, B, C, D, L, M, N, O, P. Right? It takes a few times to get the rhythm and to remember something in a certain way. And I feel like this is also helpful. Something about, okay, every time that they say that we remember something, whatever it is, you recall something in your memory. Every time you do, how you talk about it, how the story is expressed, is how you will tweak it and how you'll remember it next time, right? So I heard, please try to put some sort of positive swing on some kind of old memory, even if you feel like, that's fine. Like, tweak it some, because this is what is, I heard, either helping, the recall of it is either what is helping or hindering, and you'll know what's going on with that. Yes. And this does, okay. I don't know why this has been happening, but I've been granted some sort of recall with these readings, and you had this reading, I'd say, I was in Maine, which was, I'd say 3-4 years ago. But the point is that you had this one reading that said you had 5 traumas in your life. 5 major traumas. What are they? And I heard 3 out of 4 ain't bad. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. And so maybe this is something too where you just want to, I don't know. The thing is I feel like you feel fine, but because you feel good and because you're open to changing your perspective in this time, or you're not afraid here. I mean, with other people, there's a little bit of perhaps some abandonment issues that you have to face in relation to other people, right? Either you finding your own happiness or other people finding their own happiness, like their own confidence in themselves, right? The King of Pentacles actually rules the 5 of Pentacles, right? This is about learning how to ask for help. It's about doing things on your own. It's about being independent and overcoming struggle, being responsible for your money, right? Not overly giving, right? You and Libra have a lot, and Cancer have a lot of this just in you. Not that you're not allowed to give, but you can't save the world, Taurus, but you can open your heart to healing some really beautiful things, like down the line. So again, because you feel really good right now, I feel like that. Again, your birthday's coming up. It's cool. Just address it, right? Be like, what are these 5, right? Because again, that was 3-4 years ago. How do you feel about it now? Maybe you've changed your perspective. Maybe this is part of the enlightenment where you're like, whoa, let's see what's going on in your, I called it your spiritual esoteric space. Well, they're the same color. They even look like they're in the same world, don't they? See that? It's like snow. It's like a blue, crisp winter day. I know. You've been brave before, right? And then I heard you got kicked in the face. Right? You tried to stand up for yourself and someone was like, fuck you, Taurus. Or you tried to get that job and they were like, no. Or someone, you know, whatever it was, you were in love with somebody and they didn't love you back. You know, something was not reciprocal or mutual in the past. Right? Okay. I told Libra this last month. So you try to bake a cake and the thing ends up hard and flat. All right. Well, what went wrong? What did you do that didn't work so hot? What did you need to adjust? And then try again. Try to make a loaf of bread. Because that's the thing with you, Taurus, in Taurus energy in general, is it's earth and it is fixed. So it's it's really, really small adjustments, and there's a lot of bravery that's needed, right? I actually live around a bunch of bulls where I am, and it's fascinating. They do move pretty slowly. And when a bull moves fast, it's kind of scary to a human. But I need you to remember that you're not just the bull, you're all the zodiac. You know, and you get to choose the tempo of what you want it to be. And you know what? I bet probably for the last 5-6 years anyway, especially the last 2 really strong, is it's been asking you to really look at things from a different perspective. You know what I mean? Like change your mind about something or change your memory about something, or you probably made some new changes. You know, I bet most of you have either moved or thought about moving. I mean, it depends where Taurus is for you, but like there's been changes in the spaces that you are, right? The field that encompasses Taurus, the view should be slightly different, right? And the cool thing is if you're taking the initiative to do this for yourself, then this is empowering, right? Now, of course, adaptability also very important, right? You gotta, I love this card actually. But there always needs to be adjustments, right? And so what is physically changed for you? And I see, how are you talking about the past? King of Swords wants to know. The Owl wants to know. The Queen of Swords wants to know. Like, how are you... And I see, and how are you talking about now? I feel like you need to picture yourself, Taurus, on the top of a mountain all by yourself, kind of like a hermit. Like, are you happy there? There's no other humans. You don't have any family. Like, just imagine this. You don't have any family. You don't have even any friends. You might have a dog. Like, no lover, no one to call, there's no telephone, whatever it is, you're a monk on the top of a mountain. How do you feel about that? Maybe there's a bit of Saturn here that wants you to think about this, because the thing is you're never alone. And of course you're going to have friends. You're friggin' awesome. And you're super smart. And you have your own really magical abilities. And you do help people to feel more brave and stable, right? Whenever you're around, people feel more calm, right? But sometimes because of that, people use your energy. And so you got to make sure that you have good boundaries about that too, and think about your own well-being It's necessary. You know what I mean? Like, what would you do if, for instance, you didn't, whatever the love is in your life, of the physical nature, right? Mostly humans for you. Like, how would you feel about that? Are you cool with it? Because I heard that's what makes a great tribe member. You know what I mean? Remember, you're the steward of your own life. Emperor. And you know what? I love you, Taurus. You know what, Taurus? When I started Opal Oracle, it almost every single time, every single reading for years upon years, Taurus, it had this Emperor card, this Aries energy, right? We're in Aries time now, which comes before you. It's so strong, right? We're in Pisces. You settle yourself. You start to trust yourself more. And then you move into Aries and you become the Emperor. And you're like, okay, I am confident. I am in charge of myself. I am not, I heard, arrogant or aggressive, because that's not your style anyway, but you feel confident and empowered in who you are. You believe in who you are, right? Pisces, I believe, Aries, in who I am. And then you get into Taurus and you're like, yes, I have this inside of me. And I feel like you're the same thing as Cancer, where it's like the having, a lot of that has to do with an emotional security, right? And I see that's a big part of how you change your mind too, but you have to do things sometimes that scare you. You know what I mean? You have to do things that are brave. You know, this is Leo, right? Because we're eventually going to get there. You know, interesting reading. I like that you're open to this conversation. Cool. Please have we talked about this too. Thanks, God. Thanks, ancestors. Thank you, life. Thank you, Taurus. Remember this one? How are you, heart? How you doing? How you feeling? Right? How you feeling? Maybe you just want to give that, rub your heart. Get it started, right? Give it a little. Maybe some of you need some exercise, right? Get that heartbeat. I mean, yeah, open it up. You know what I mean? Open up that heart space. Maybe some really basic stretching would also be helpful. Now, I know that might seem simple, but humans do it all the time. We get up, right? Some people even check their phones, I'm sure, before they're even out of bed. You know, like, don't even stretch. Just go over, make coffee, or grab a cigarette, or whatever. Take care of the kids. It's like, make sure that you have a good routine. You know, something that is purely for yourself as a soul, because it is necessary. Right? It's actually lying to yourself if you think that you should be buzzing towards what somebody else needs in the morning. You know what I mean? Because unless it is a crying infant that needs a tit, you know, then nope. Nope, they can handle it. They can handle it. Yes, indeed. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. Awesome. I guess you could also, maybe there's some sort of purchase that also is very helpful. I also feel like it's like an exchange of energy or money or something like that. For the talent, for your talents and for your efforts, right? 6 of Wands is about being successful via overcoming a challenge. Right? Other people see you as successful. You actually are a little bit proud of yourself. Right? Not too much. Scorpio's the opposite of you. Not too much. But just enough where you're like, yeah, wow, I did. I addressed the thing that was hard for me, I would rather go do something that's just, I don't know. Maybe for some of you, it's where the inner child just wants to have fun, instead of doing, I don't know. I mean, everybody's on a different point in the past. Some of you, I'm sure, are more serious than others. Oh, shucks, let me mute that phone. Hold on. Oops. Sorry, even when I mute it on there, I guess it still rings on the thing. Sorry about that, Taurus. Okay, so if for some reason... Alright, there's a time and a place for everything, right? Make sure... Well, I guess you really just want to think about the future and put some good, I heard love and energy into that, and whatever you need to do, right? In your own special, because you're gentle. You're gentle. So I see put some good energy into something, but you do have a bit of a Saturn lesson here asking you to change. Now again, this will come in different ways for each one of you. And so I see, don't let life happen to you. Take up the reins. You know what I mean? Again, get on the horse. You don't have to haul ass. You don't got to be a trick riding, you know, I don't even know what it's called, an equestrian. Right, whenever it's about feeling comfortable up there, right? Up, you're in a different space. And I feel like this horse is your own either enthusiasm or energy or confidence, right? But the thing is horses are a bit skittish, right? And so you have to build trust with an animal. You know, maybe some of you, this is Sagittarius in your chart too. That's the only horse that I can think of. But, you know, I guess this could also be Chiron as well, if you want to look that up in your chart, because he's also a centaur. You know, maybe there's something about Chiron that might stop you from believing in yourself, and possibly, and a little bit of Scorpio in there. Yes, could be your 8th house. But the point is that if you keep at it, then I feel like I keep seeing you. You know, you're petting the horse, you're like, and then you're used to this interaction, and then all of a sudden I see you put your foot in and whip your leg around, and then you're up there and you're like, whoa, the world is a whole new, it's so different from up here, you know? It's like, if you're a lady, by the way, this is one of the reasons I used to wear, we'll close it like this. This is one of the reasons I used to wear high heels once in a while, or like big boots, is so that I could not see the back of the fridge when I'm standing up. You know, it changes even a couple inches is going to change your perspective, you know? So, remember that, Taurus. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles with the 4 of Pentacles. So what are you working on? How are you using your resources? And I do see you should be saving, like, how do I see this? Ooh, Hierophant and the Hermit. Oh my gosh. They're both smiling and laughing. Like, it's such a beautiful energy, you know? I heard if you want people or life to love you, appreciate you, respect you for who you are, then respect yourself. Make respectable choices. Stand up for yourself when necessary. Right? Be confident in who it is that you are and express that in your own, again, Taurian, loving way. Okay? You don't have to be harsh about it. It never looks good on you anyway, no offense. Even when you're trying to be mean, it's not really mean. It's just repressed, right? Yeah, the Magician and Saturn. Yeah. So remember, change your mind to change your world. Okay? You can either, again, let life happen to you via fear or the past or shadowy stuff, or you can create your own life. You have that opportunity. Yes. So I heard choose accordingly. And remember that whatever challenges you come up across, you rule all the fives. If you overcome your challenges, which may take a little bit of, I don't know, what do we say, refinement or polishing of something, do it. You know, sometimes it takes years to get things really in order when you're trying something new. Take a couple few months or even a year, right, to really get the rhythm down and whatever that all means. But I feel like you're ready for something. And with Uranus coming, like now moving direct, it's not like you have to run, but you got to be ready to jump. Do you know what I mean? Because the bull turns into two kids running. That's what kids do. They run. Oh, I love you, Taurus. Please look at Leo in your chart and Sagittarius, okay? And Scorpio. And if you really want to go there, I see your 6th house and then Pisces goes into that, but then it goes back into Sagittarius. Whatever all that means. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I do hope you have a wonderful now. If you're a cusper, happiest birthday. Thank you for being such an open-minded, loving energy. Yes, you being here makes a huge difference for the world. Maybe that seems big, but to me, it feels like that. You know, when you want to really address and not just hear what you want to hear, you know, and actually answer some answer some questions and be reflective and then actually take action to prove in a way that you have been that you actually are learning this and what have you. This is Saturn stuff. Then congratulations. You know, to me that makes a big difference for the world. And any of you have also decided to extend this knowledge and have gone over to Patreon. Thank you. That community garden is also growing. Really, really wonderful things. And people and energy. It's just so sweet. I'm really grateful to be here with you. So keep at it. And remember, maybe you want to look up some horse medicine. You know, they are so strong. They really, really are. Maybe you can learn something from them. Okay? That's actually Sagittarius, right? Is I learn. So yeah, that might open up some extra magic. And I like how many cards are smiling here. So remember, do that. Laugh at yourself. Because that's also something, you're pretty serious with yourself, you know? It's a Scorpio on the other side. But laughing at yourself, I think, actually causes, like, humbleness, you know? And it's a good thing. Because ain't nobody perfect. I love you, Taurus. Please take care. Peace.